Okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me bring us in. Get the people in. Yo, what's up, family? Family and friends, we are back once again. Myself and Tanique. We on the phone. I was gonna wait this out to the night, but you know what? I said, nah, we gonna go on and finish this up because Tanique gave me a phone call, and we was just chopping it up and we was talking mad shit, and Tanique was just like dropping jewels. And Reggie called me and said, you know what, man, that was a great show that you guys was putting on there. And he's like, I was just getting off into it, and then your goddamn internet went out. Well, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Had some shit going on with the internet and Wi-Fi service, but now everything is up. The company has just left, got everything up and running. So now we are back, myself and the brother Tanique. So we're gonna give
family.
That's right. Let's give a couple people in. We got them pulled on in. So, ladies and gentlemen, we started off talking earlier. We was talking about the Frank Alexander situation. We was talking about how Frank Alexander called Russell Poole a motherfucking liar.
And he called him that right in front of John Potash.
Yes, he
did. I remember that. I seen that interview. That's a whole interview if you can find it.
Oh, yeah.
And he was...
Bomb first. Listen,
you got it?
Hold on. Bomb first. And Reggie Wright Jr. is going to do they're going to release that full video tonight over on Bomb First. So you're going to see the video in its entirety tonight. Cool. Yes, Bomb First has permission from the guy who put the video, whose video it is, to re-put it out. So it's going to go on Bomb First. I just gave you jewels of him calling Russell Poole a motherfucking liar and calling Hackie, Kevin Hackie, a liar, for the record. Now, Tanique, we got off into the Kevin Hackie situation. Like I say, we was interrupted, and the people was loving what you was talking about, brother. Could you let the people like myself and everybody else who really don't know much about Kevin Hackie, because you were talking about Kevin Hackie should be looked at and they should question him and talk to him, bring him in. Could you tell everybody why you feel that way, brother? Go ahead. The show is yours. I'm finna sit back and listen.
I feel that way because, one of the things about video is I tell people video, it's kind of hard to shoot video. But I'm one of those people, I'm a college graduate. So I am a critical thinker. I mean, I will pause the video, stop, and go back to the very beginning and watch up to that point because I want to hear what everybody got to say.
Mm-hmm.
And watching all these documentaries and videos, I don't believe all of them, but I think each of them has some valid jewels on the inside of them. Like, say, for instance, I won't even call them that video, I'm giving them a plug, but, they got an interview and then they say, well, Reggie Wright called Kevin Hackie and said, get on that plane because I need you out here. Okay, let's stop there. That lets me know that this guy is feeling what a police officer feels when they feel something down in their gut, that something not right.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know anything's not going on. He just feels that on a night like tonight, he should have his best guy. His best guy is not with him. The guy who he trusts is not here to guard his boss, and he's not here to guard Pac as well either, and he has nervousness. All police officers, my whole family's loaded with him. They all have this instinct on the inside of them that if they usually follow, they usually survive. And he calls him twice to try and get him out there. But he assures him that he can't make it. He got him arrested or whatever it may be, and he got to transport the guy allegedly to a hospital. Okay, so that's a blow. All right, so he goes on from there. Then we go on to Frank Alexander. And I noticed something in that $100,000 challenge. Frank never invited Kevin Hackie up there. Mm-hmm. Kevin Hackie walked up there on his own.
Right.
While Greg Kading was talking, Kevin Hackie walked up there to assure them that he was that FBI informant. I'm going to tell you something. I've seen what they call whistleblowers. Those are usually FBI agents, not informants, agents.
Okay.
Those are considered whistleblowers. You're not a whistleblower if you're an informant. Because the only way, now here's where I'm answering your question now. The only way you can become an FBI informant now, not agent, is if you crooked your goddamn self.
Ow.
They will not use you unless you're a drug dealer, unless you're a murderer, unless you're a gun runner, and they got your ass. And now you got to be close to somebody else who they want to get. And in order to get those charges dropped off you for the crimes that you committed, they'll make you an informant if you wear wires and go hang around the people that they want to get, even if those people ain't done anything. You just became their snitch, their bitch for them.
Wow.
So since he got up and made the announcement that he's been an FBI informant for Death Row Records since 1991 when Reggie first hired him, the question then must be, what the fuck did he do that the FBI had over him that they would make him an informant? Because they did make him an agent. He was an informant. And it's all on YouTube. The informants tell you how you become an informant. You have to be crooked. They get these guys when they in crime. They gun running, they drugs, they murder people for gang members. And then the FBI says, oh, all this will disappear if you become an informant for us.
Most definitely.
So he can't be trusted.
I believe you 100%.
He was there at the hospital to inform on Tupac Shakur, and the doctor and him almost come to blows. Tupac is trying to recover, and him and the doctor almost come to fights because he's informing the FBI on Tupac. Ain't there something wrong with that?
Some seriously. So you telling me Kevin Hackie was in the room with Tupac and Reggie busted him informing to the feds while he was in the room with Tupac on his deathbed?
Yeah, Reggie and Suge came to the hospital. And the doctor told Reggie, you can ask Reggie, I ain't got to lie, Reggie speak for himself. The doctor told Reggie that this motherfucker was on telephone talking to somebody, informing his FBI handlers about the condition and what was going on. He could have been telling them Tupac ain't dead. We don't know what the hell he was doing. But we know that he confirmed, because they called the police on it. They called Las Vegas, Nevada. And the police came out, and he told the police that he was an FBI informant. And he showed them his credentials. And then the chief of police told him, I don't give a damn who you are, but you have 8 hours to get out of my town.
Right. Now, I know Death Row East just said Kevin Hackie got caught with a trunk of AK-47s earlier.
No, they're missing the point. Now, I ain't talking about the AK-47.
Right.
That was after the fact.
Right,
I'm talking about, he stated at the $100,000 challenge, that the damn bullshit documentary, that he was a FBI informant since 1991. Tupac wasn't with Death Row Records in 1991. This is G-Thang. This is Snoop Dogg. This is Warren G. This is Dr. J. He said he was an FBI agent since 1991. Okay. He came from Compton School District. So in order for you to become an FBI agent, you have to be crooked from the beginning.
Yes, you do.
So you can't be trusted. So they got him to come in and spy on people who was trying to give him an extra job and then make some extra change. What did they have on him then?
Well, Tanique, you hitting a lot of fucking points here. You know, I mean, just, you know, now you got certain, this is what kills me with people. They pick and choose the shit that they want to go out there. Like, now, Kevin Hackie was a convicted felon and a fucking motherfucker who was a snitch and informant, but you got a certain individual praise Kevin Hackie as if Kevin Hackie the man. And then you got the same motherfuckers say, oh, because you're a drug dealer and you catch a felony record and you're a drug dealer, you're a piece of shit or you scum.
Everybody in our family got somebody who did drugs because you know what? That's all the white man left us to do if we're not fortunate. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I mean,
right.
if you're living in the inner city in the ghetto, for that motherfucker who's a con artist, fuck what he think. But
I've been
if
saying that.
you living in the hood, I grew up in 63rd and Normal in Inglewood, always up to no good in Chicago. And I watched my peeps. They tried to do the shit right. There were no jobs in that area. There were no factories in that area. That's why the crime in Chicago is like it is now. There's no industry in the area other than little Chinese stores. And you see what the Chinese people are doing in New York. They just beat the shit out of a grandmother and her two daughters over $5 for fucking up their eyebrows. So we got a few Chinese stores in Chicago. So where's the industry so these cats can get up and get a job? The bus service only goes so far. The jobs are way out 2 hours south in Bolingbrook, Illinois, and Naperville, Illinois, and the people don't have no transportation to really get out there. And the jobs downtown Chicago are so damn corporate, you need a double master's degree before they even start talking to you, unless you get hired at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Wow.
At the Rock and Roll McDonald's, the Rock and Roll McDonald's, you get hired downtown doing that shit, or the House of Blues or something. So there is no industry. So you got over 6 million people trapped in the inner city with no damn industry. The older men that go collect cans. This is about our people. Fuck the people who ain't none of my people. I don't give a damn about them.
Thank you.
Okay, the older guys that go collect cans. Okay, so okay, you're a young guy. You didn't finish high school. Ain't nothing else. You looking at a cat with two bands of money. 2 bands of money. And you mean to tell me you ain't going to be tempted? If it wasn't for God, I would be doing it. It was just my faith in God. My mother hit me so hard with the punishment after the fact that I didn't do that. I had family members who sold drugs because that was the only thing that they could do.
For sure. Not
they didn't have the luxury of going to take over somebody else's videos and shit like that and conning people. They didn't have that luxury. They had to do what they had to do to survive. What did Tupac say? He said these words like this: if you don't let him make his money by doing music in the street, he promise you he gonna make his fucking money in the street the other way around, by selling drugs and doing what black folks have to do.
There you go.
So I don't care what he said about convicted felons. I mean,
don't either.
You know,
he can suck my dick. I don't give a fuck either.
He don't know nothing about our people. That's why I feel offended that this guy, and then the people on YouTube don't seem to understand. This guy comes to black people. He never went to nobody white and asked nobody white to sell no damn DVDs. No. He was using us just like they do in the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, to sell his product and not giving us a damn for it, even if the product was not true. He was lying on Reggie Wright. That man paid me to read some shit that was false about Reggie Wright. He didn't pay me. He was supposed to pay me to do it. All right? He didn't care that it was false. He just wanted the shit read, and then he turned around and didn't even pay me for it.
Yeah.
So I started fucking with him, and I started investigating. And the shit is whack, and the shit is not true. It is false. It's not true.
Can I? Let me ask you a question. How much % of Battle for Compton is true?
You know what? I question all of it.
You question it all?
I question the whole damn thing. I'm gonna tell you why. I question even Michael Moore and got him. Because I don't believe Michael Moore said that. I believe there was something they rehearsed before they actually shot the footage.
Right. Now here's the thing. I agree with what you said earlier on when we was over there, before we got over here, and there was one thing that you said that I agree with. Tupac wasn't battling for no motherfucking Compton.
No, it wasn't battling. There's some shit that come out of there. There's some shit that come out of his big fat ass head. What battle for Compton? You know, Tupac was interested in stories.
Right.
Tupac was going to hang around Black Jesus with a G and learn what real G's did. Right. And he would make rhymes about it. He was interested in telling their stories.
Right.
You know, he single-handedly made them a legend.
Most
because
definitely.
He ran with the Mob Peru. They're legends across the world. I go in and out of America all the time. Don't see anything. And the first thing they ask me is about the Mob Peru, and Pac was a MOB mob. He's made those guys legends, and they don't even know it. Dude, look, I went to England. Ain't been that long ago, and back to see some of my friends in Mossad, and they knew Montreal. I was like, who's Montreal? There's Montreal. You talk about him. I said, all the bunches, yeah, they call it bunches. Yeah. I was like, that's where they come from. They over there reading about them. They reading about mob change. They reading about these people over there. I'm like, wow, that's incredible to me. These guys probably don't even know that people around the country read about them. And Pac made them famous.
Right. Now Kenneth McClain, our number one guys up, and he said only 2 accurate parts in Battle for Compton. 1, Tupac was killed. 2, Kevin Hackie, Reggie Wright, Suge Knight, Michael Moore, and Frank Alexander worked for Death Row. So that was the 10% that he said was true.
I wouldn't even give it that because you really don't know if you're an FBI agent informant. You don't work for Death Row. You work for the FBI. You posing. Right. You're a poser, so you can't even trust that. Frank Alexander lied to Reggie and told him that he had police officer experience, and he didn't. He could have got the whole right way security staff in trouble lying, talking about he was a county sheriff. He never was. But he had a badge, he had identification, as if he did. Reggie hired him on good faith. You know, so you can't trust any of it because these guys, they were liars. You have to pick and choose who turns out to be what they said they was.
Facts. Now, let's go on a little something about. We talked. Me and you rapped a little bit about before we got cut off. Kevin Hackie. I said that I believe that what's his name, Russell Poole, single-handedly fucked up the notorious B.I.G.'s murder investigation because he was trying to bring Tupac's case involved with it because he was trying to solve both cases. So when he retired, he can write a book and he can write his own check because he would have been known as the detective that possibly could have solved both cases. Now, and
that would filter down to all the rest of the police officers who would do the same thing. I just did a show on that. If they would have just took one case at a time, didn't connect them, that this whole thing would have turned out completely different.
Most definitely. Now,
just because you get somebody shot on one block, somebody else gets shot on the next block, it does not mean that they're connected.
That's so true. Now, we were talking off air, and you said that you honestly believe, deep down in your heart, that you knew, not believe, but you knew that Kevin Hackie was put in there and fucked up the Christopher Wallace's, the notorious B.I.G.'s murder case because Kevin Hackie was doing a lot of lying. Would you like to elaborate?
Absolutely.
Elaborate on that, brother.
Absolutely.
It's your show.
When Russell Poole went to meet with Kevin Hackie in prison, all right, because Kevin Hackie was in prison. Most people don't know that. And it was Russell Poole who went to meet with Kevin Hackie in prison, which started a chain of events. All right? It made him popular. He told Kevin Hackie some things on Kevin Gaines, and I got the proof of this. It's in Labyrinth, and I can send you copies of it if you want to. I copy copies of it out of Labyrinth. Russell Poole met with Kevin Gaines. I mean, he met with Kevin Hackie in prison. Kevin Hackie ratted out Kevin Gaines. And by ratting out Kevin Gaines, Kevin Hackie now became important to Russell Poole.
Right.
All right. And not only did he become important to Russell Poole, he also became important to the FBI. We took it a step further. Well, since you got yourself involved with this, if you'll go and destroy Valletta Wallace's case for us, we can make all these charges you got go away, which they did.
Wow.
So Valletta Wallace and Russell Poole is fixed, and Terry Sanders and these lawyers are fixed believing what Kevin Hackie is going to say on the stand. Okay?
Okay.
So Kevin Hackie takes the stand, and this is going to be a slam dunk because we're talking to an FBI informant, right?
Right.
The $100,000 challenge, all that shit was in the Notorious Big's trial. And he was the key. The whole case was built around him. And then he tells the judge the shocking thing, that I'm on medication and I got mind trouble. I can't remember that.
Quit playing, man.
Russell Poole could have died. I mean, this guy is talking about $100,000 challenge and all of that shit, and then get up on a stand and I got mental problems. I'm taking medication that make me have memory problems. I can't remember what I did yesterday. And I got copies of all this shit. This is what he said. I can't remember what I did yesterday. I can't. So, okay, Valletta Wallace's case went to hell right there because it was all built on Kevin Hackie single-handedly, and he came in by Russell Poole. That would mean that Kevin Hackie coming in by Russell Poole single-handedly destroyed Valletta Wallace's case. The only thing, that's why they refiled again. The only light that they got in Biggie's case was by Detective Kent, and he fucked up by them revealing that he had 200 and something pages missing. And those pages pointed to some shit that Russell Poole had earlier, pointing out to LAPD. Now, whether that's true or not, it's up to you to decide what you believe, okay? That's what we agree on. I personally believe that is true. This shows me now that people's motives have changed. Right. Because why did Russell Poole remember those 230-something documents? He wrote them.
Right.
Why didn't he remember them?
Good point. Good fucking point.
No, let's talk about this now.
Let's talk about it. Because I would
Detective Kent get a bad rap. I mean, everybody in the world now knows Detective Kent and believe he tried to fuck Valletta Wallace out of 230-something documents, all right, that would have helped her case. This guy gets a bad rap all over the world now. But let me ask you a question. This was investigated by Russell Poole, a 19-year investigator. How come he didn't remember that shit?
Good.
How come he didn't say, you know what, Terry Sanders, you got missing documentation that's not there.
Wow, Tanique,
Detective Kent was honest. The shit was in my desk. I just forgot to bring it. Okay, so he goes and get it, and the judge looks over it and realizes that this would have helped the prosecution, Valletta Wallace, and they make a mistrial. Okay, and they do a mistrial. Nobody knows why the mistrial lasted so long, but 10 years later, the LAPD assigned Greg Kading to the case. 10 years after that,
right?
And he decided to take a different approach. He decided to take an approach as most detectives should. Do it from scratch and start from the beginning and came up with an alternate theory.
Right.
And that's why he gets crap. Because his theory doesn't agree with Russell Poole's theory. But there were other investigators involved too, and none of their theories agree with each other. It's like, who team you on? If you were Team Kading, you believe this. If you were Team Poole, you believe this. If you were the first investigators who had this case 3 months before Russell Poole, and check this out, nobody talk about them. There were investigators that had this case 3 months before Russell Poole. Russell Poole, let's talk about them for a second. I ain't gonna call their names.
Go ahead.
And you know what they did?
What they do?
They went to the prison and talked to all of the gangbangers there and fed the gangbangers information. So when they did assign this case to somebody like Russell Poole in the initial beginning leaned on what information he got from them and was going to the prison and leaning on gangbangers like Wayman Anderson and people like that and punishing these guys to get information that they really didn't have.
Wow.
That's how they came into play.
Now, let me ask you another question too, Tanique, while we on this. Is it a possibility that Russell Poole attached himself to Viola Wallace and so did Kevin Hackie, because in the end they thought that after this big major lawsuit would have came in, if she would have won, that she probably would have broke them off a little exchange?
Of course, I would have too. She was going, there's no question, she was going bankrupt the entire, listen, okay, Los Angeles had already screwed up when they got tied up with the Rodney King beatings, okay? That was a big deal. I still don't even know if they had a hold for that. Let alone directly behind the Rodney King beatings, Los Angeles on the map again with the O.J. Simpson trial. I mean, careers were destroyed because of the O.J. Simpson trial. We know the names: Marsha Kroc, Chris Darden, Judge Ito. I know that motherfucker. I feel like he's like my Uncle Ito.
Uncle Ito.
Yeah. Okay, so then after you have all of that, man, you got Rampart. You got Rafael Perez with his lying ass. Now, I don't know how cops sit up and let this motherfucker. I'm going to just leave that alone. Rafael Perez lied on almost 70 of his fellow officers because he wasn't man enough to take his fucking punishment like a man, because he was corrupt. He killed people. He attempted to murder people. Him and his partner, Nino, they did. He pled guilty to it. So he couldn't settle and take his little 12-year sentence like a man. So, no, he want to lie on a bunch of other police officers. A lot of police officers didn't do anything. Some did, but a lot of good cops went under the bus because of Rafael Perez lying on them and implicating them in something that they had nothing to do with at all, period. And now, let's see, one case, the Javier Arvando case, cost Los Angeles $15 million.
Wow.
Now, I heard that over $100 million came out of that to inmates that had to be released from prison just because of Rafael Perez. So you got Rafael Perez, O.J. Simpson, you got Rodney King trial, and, okay, now you got the Notorious Big.
Wow.
Loretta Wallace would have been the wealthiest mother in the history of America, and that's why that movie ain't coming out, and that's why they got that case out of court. That I believe.
Right. Now, we're going to touch on the movie in 1 second. Now, One Iron Good People, Death Row East told me to ask you, do you believe that Poochie act alone in the hit of Notorious B.I.G., was there a conspiracy in the orchestration of Biggie's hit? Do you believe it was
I just went through that. We just got through talking about that. They had to squash this whole. We'll never know the truth. The truth is we'll never know the truth because they had to get rid of Miss Wallace because the city was not going to even have insurance. They couldn't even pay for all these other things. Rodney King, the other parties in these trials, they got paid other than Rodney King. There are other people in O.J. Simpson trial that their careers. There's a lot to this Rampart. There are people who are accused of shit that they didn't do. So then Loretta Wallace sues them, and she wins. So I think they did what they had to make a business move, and it is to save our city, so we can pay police officers, so we can pay fire department people, so we can have a city. Fuck this case up completely. Real simple. Real simple. I mean, it's a business decision. You know, people don't believe me. I promise you. If you take in consideration what I said, take in consideration. Let's look back again. Last time I won't do this. Let's look at the first situation. You got Rodney King. Okay, you got O.J. Simpson. This is major money that's going out. You got Rampart, which they took Rampart and made it the whole entire LAPD department. When this was just a small little, basically damn storefront with about 50, 60 cops in it, and yet they made over 10,000 cops all guilty because of these little few cops. And okay, now you got Biggie about to sue. And the people in Los Angeles knows all of this stuff. Rampart, O.J. Simpson got away. He got off. He found not guilty. He ain't there for that. All right, then you got, it's a business decision. If you're in the city hall and you're in the council, you meet with Bernard Park and say, we want this shit to go away, and it better go away, or all this shit going to fall on your ass. And that's why papers are missing. And they had already fucked this case up before they gave it to Russell Poole.
Facts.
It was too fucked up.
Wow,
he was never going to solve it.
Wow, you're right on that.
It's a business. You're a businessman. You got businesses.
Most definitely.
So are you going to lose your business or just lose the paperwork? He one rapper. You got 10,000 other rappers.
I'm gonna lose the paperwork and keep my business. Exactly. Of course.
That was the decision that was made, and then after that decision was made, it left investigators to all come up with theories because they had no evidence.
God damn.
They even tampered. They tampered with the evidence. And once you tamper with evidence, it can't be used any damn way. That's why the Gecko ammunition and shit didn't mean anything because it's been tampered with already.
Wow. Now, go ahead. Go ahead. No, you go ahead. I can finish. I can wait. Go ahead.
If you would have had a videotape of anybody from LAPD doing this, and I sat inside that car, that car cannot be used in court.
Facts.
My body tampered with the evidence. And that's what they decided to do. They decided to fuck up the evidence the first 3 months they had it. because of everything that went on. And then they pulled Russell Poole out to make it look like they got a legitimate investigator. Didn't think he was going to take it that far. And when he couldn't get nothing out of the inmates and out of the prisoners, he began to develop his police skills kicked in, and he began to develop a theory. And his theory was that nobody could have did this but cops. It was just a theory. And then little other things added up. The same thing with Kading and the Poochie files and the gang bang and all that stuff. These are just theories which can't be substantiated. And I tell you, you look at the unsolved videos that he did, and that's why they called it unsolved. They didn't call it murder rap.
Right.
They called it unsolved because in their mind, they're not stupid enough to say that something's solved that's not solved because they didn't believe it.
Right.
Now, these are all theories.
Now here's something.
Theory.
Now you're right on the theories. Now this is my point, my take of listening to Gene Deal, and I'm not gonna go into what he and I talked about. Not on, I believe that Poochie took credit for a hit that he didn't do, which is on the Notorious B.I.G. I believe he took credit for that. If they saying that he took credit, I believe that was some credit that he just, took. He didn't have anything to do with it. That's my honest opinion. He didn't have anything to do with it. Somebody else did it, from what I know of, and Poochie just took the credit for that shit. Just like Orlando Anderson took the credit for the Tupac shooting.
Well, we again left to believe what other people say, because he talked to Orlando Anderson's wife. He talked to his 3 daughters. He talked to his children's mother, and he has 4 daughters. You'll find out Orlando Anderson never said that. So we're left with other people who want to take claim and say that, okay, this guy did this. Well, Orlando Anderson said these words out of his mouth: "I am a victim," and I'm going with what he said. I ain't never heard a gangbanger say that he was a victim before. No doctor where I come from, even if he was a victim, would ever tell you that he's a victim. So we listening to all these other people say that, oh, he was a man, he did this, he did that. But in the Tupac case, he sued the Tupac estate, and he won, saying he was a victim. He went to court. He won. He said he was a victim. He had nothing to do with the shooting of Tupac. He said, I was a victim. They beat me down. Then he did Sugar a favor. He came to court, and he lied and said that Sugar tried to put this whole thing out. Sugar was riding with Pac, kicking the shit out of him. On the bunch, he looked like he had the Holy Ghost. If you look at that videotape, I'm sorry. On the bunch, he looked like he was dancing in church, kicking, fucking. I swear he looked like one of them soccer players. I mean, you look at that tape. On the bunch was moving that white suit, man. If one of them licks would have landed, that boy would have been in a coma. I swear he looked like he had the Holy Ghost. I'm gonna put a video up and show you all the country, and I'm making him be shouting with the people that's in church, and they dancing under the Holy Spirit. All the country was kicking. I mean, I was like, ooh, shit, but man, give me a break. You know what? So the dude was in the hotel, and I talked to the MGM. So I said, okay, you know what? I want to get all the footage of the Orlando, and they said, you know what? You need a judge to give you an order. And somebody quietly said to me that I wouldn't even get out of Vegas if I got it. That's why I thought I asked the question. They said you need a judge to give you an order, because because they didn't consider him as a suspect. So why did they consider him as a suspect? Let's talk about that. Because they got him going in this room. They got him walking through the hotel. Everything in there is on video footage. So who are we going to trust? Corey Edwards? There's people that say Corey Edwards pulled that trigger. I got 3-4 people that say Corey Edwards did it.
Right. But now what about Big Dre?
Well, that's a whole other story. I didn't even know you knew that. You had to enlighten the audience on that one. Okay.
Listen, when I talked to William Lassane, I asked William Lassane these exact words, right? I said, Will, do you and your family believe that Orlando Anderson killed Tupac? His exact words was, hell nah. Orlando didn't do it. He said when Castro and Lassane Williams, or Bill Lassane, whatever you want to call him, that's Castro's oldest brother.
Right.
He said that Castro and Gaddafi told him that it was a big black arm that came out that back window and fired shots from that gun. And it said there wasn't Orlando Anderson arm. This is what William Lassane said, and Castro and Gaddafi told it to him. Now, hold on, right now, let me say, and now, Big Gene, even mentioning so many words, corroborated that story, and I didn't even mention it to him and tell him anything about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, I have to agree, but I think if you take a look at that picture with Rafael Perez posing, there's a little big guy there who all of them look like he could have came out of there too. Who's just not talked about for some reason.
Right.
And nobody knew who he was until I told you who he was.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
I'm talking with David Mack. He in the red suit, and you got Rafael Perez standing next to him. You got a little buff little dude there on the other side. I'd like to know where he was.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the day after David Mack robs the Bank of America.
Okay, now why would David Mack? Now my thing is this: why did this cop rob a fucking Bank of America?
Man, that was ingenious. David Mack, whoever he was fucking with, was a genius.
Okay.
He robbed the bank really simple because he's gonna be inside a federal prison where you get conjugal visits, where you can do federal time standing on top of your head, and when you're under federal protection, Greg Kading can't get to him. Russell Poole can't get to him because he's a federal inmate. He was protected for a few years, and everybody left him the hell alone because he was under federal custody. Gets out, and he has $722,000 waited for him that nobody even asked for it back for his trouble. He gets like being under federal protection. He didn't suffer.
Okay. No,
He's been out since 2010.
And
Since 2018.
And he hasn't spoke one time on this case.
No, why would you? He didn't invest his money. I read in the place in Costa Rica. He didn't made whatever interest and stuff. Why say anything? Leave this shit alone. Let people say what they want to say and live your life.
Most definitely. And the money, my understanding that the money was never recovered either.
No, it was. He invested in Costa Rica. He got interest when he got out, and a lot of property was put in chicks' names. These guys were smart, man. I could trace the property. Follow the money.
Follow the money.
This property in rich girls' names. These girls had good jobs, had education, and the money, they bought property. And so you couldn't lie and say these girls didn't have the money to buy this property, so the feds couldn't do anything. You get out of jail and you picked up in a limousine. And go live your life and shut up. As long as you don't say nothing, ain't nobody gonna look at you. People don't look at you until you start saying something.
That's right. Live your life, get all the pussy you want, and live off the other people's misery and money. That's my code. Live off of the misery and the money.
Is riding around Los Angeles police officers every day, driving Harvey Weinstein and his daughter around.
Okay.
That's what he is, limo driver for Harvey Weinstein, who has all the money in the world. And he's riding past looking at police officers. And those police officers will forever be suspect because of him, and they don't even care.
Some good boy. You hit some shit on the head, Tanique. You giving us a history lesson here.
They don't even care. He's just riding around them. Imagine how many police officers Rafael Perez sees at the airport when he's dropping off Harvey Weinstein's daughter, and Harvey Weinstein got to fly back to New York for rape charges. Now you know why Harvey Weinstein hired him. He was crooking his damn self.
God damn. This
He's
is what's up.
Rapist. Sexual misconduct. So you come to him, oh, I'm a crooked police officer. Okay, well, you hired them. You hired.
You goddamn right. I'm gonna hire me a crooked officer any day, an ex-crooked officer any day, because that motherfucker got the inside
tell
scoop.
the guy you was talking about earlier, look at that fella. Look at the kind of job he got.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, Rafael Perez is a huge felon, but he got a good-ass job where he drives suave-ass cars, and he gets to ride through Beverly Hills every single day. And he did all of that by putting the LAPD on blast.
Wow. You know what? This is some of the craziest shit for real. I mean, this, like I said, this is you done heard so much shit from one deceased homicide officer and what I admire about Las Vegas, right? Las Vegas, they're being quiet. They're not speaking. They're not letting shit out. And you got the LAPD is just letting every goddamn thing out.
Well, oh yeah. One of the things that we didn't talk about LAPD was
Let's break it.
they did something that was really foul. Okay, so I won't go into everything Kevin Hackie did, but Kevin Hackie launched a sensational claim to the LAPD, and I got all of the paperwork. You want to see it? And the claim was, about somebody wanting him to kill the notorious B.I.G. That he was approached to kill the notorious B.I.G.
Right.
Kevin Hackie made that claim. So, do you know what the LAPD did?
What's that?
Let me tell you like this. Kevin Hackie went to them and told them, okay, I'm an undercover FBI agent, and somebody just offered me money to kill the notorious B.I.G. So Kevin Hackie told the LAPD did. So, guess what the LAPD do?
What's that?
They don't warn Puffy. They don't warn Biggie.
Right.
They don't warn Miss Wallace. They get on the phone, call Randall Sullivan at the Rolling Stone magazine, and blows Kevin Hackie's cover. And that's what Frank Alexander was saying. I didn't know that Kevin Hackie was an undercover agent until I read it in Rolling Stone magazine. Now, putting Kevin Hackie's life in danger.
Right. Wow.
Because everybody knows that he's an undercover agent. That's what brought Rolling Stone magazine involved with this whole damn shit.
Okay.
The undercover agent was working at Death Row Records, and this possibly has something to do with the Notorious Biggs case. And so my whole point in saying that is when you get to Las Vegas, from day one, they just shut up.
Now let me ask you a question. One of the family members asked, Death Row East, where is David Mack? He's heard that David Mack was in Puerto Rico, not here in Costa Rica. He's in Texas. He had investments in Costa Rica. Okay. God damn it. Y'all hear this, ladies and gentlemen? Tanique on his shit, y'all. He's on his shit.
In Texas. Last check, living in Texas, doing good.
What else can we cover about this shit, Tanique? This is a hit. We know the people is loving this. This is a history lesson. I'm gonna have to do something every once a week with you, Tanique, and drop some jewels. Tanique dropping jewels.
What we could cover.
What's that, brother?
Something me and you always talk about. If people would really just get and do if you really wanted to celebrate Tupac, if you would just read a book. And all of this stuff can be covered in various books. In legitimate books, you got to go through who you think is legitimate or not, and read. You can see that some of this stuff is fishy. This stuff don't make sense. But we have forgot our ability to read and rely on other people to tell us, or Hollywood to show us a movie. And we live off that.
Wow.
And we don't read no more. We don't read. We refuse to read paperwork.
You're right. You know what I've heard, and this was some true shit. I heard this from the old people back in the day. You know what? All you got to do if you got money, hide money in books, because niggas don't read. When niggas come in, they will not touch them books. And that shit is known to be true. I've heard people say somebody broke in their house, stole all their shit, and left behind $10,000, $20,000 that was hid away in books because niggas don't read books. Niggas don't even touch the books. Them books is like kryptonite to certain niggas. Not all niggas, just some niggas. Let's rephrase that. Some niggas.
Not reading. The white people either.
A lot of white people don't read. Most definitely. It's not just, like I said, niggas, meaning all people of all color. Every color.
You refuse to read. Go to your Barnes and Noble and sit down and read your crime novel, or read you a book, a passion of love. What Tupac said to me that made sense was, he said, when I went to jail in '94, he said, I lost everything. He said, I lost all jobs. I lost everything I had. He said, but while I was in jail, he said, I read everything I could put my hands on. He said, when I came out of jail, now I'm draped in gold. He said, this draped in gold didn't come from guns. It didn't come from gangs. It came from reading.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And that's why we believe he had a plan, because he started to read on prison breaks and escape and stuff like that. Machiavelli, stuff like that. And people don't believe that he was able to pull it off. I mean, the guy's been shot in '94, so he know they're after him. They tried to shoot him in Marin City. If you look at all of those things, put those things together, it doesn't take a rocket scientist for you to realize somebody wants to kill you, and they've been after you for a long time. Mm-hmm. What I hate is that Suge Knight and Death Row Records brought this shit on themselves by bringing Black Panthers back, and then all of this shit falls on them. That's what I think is unfair. That's what we need to cover. Because Death Row would have been fine as Suge worked with the artists he had. Let's talk about Death Row. Let's not bring in Tupac. Tupac don't come to Death Row. Because you got some people launching sensational claims now that they were going to bond Tupac out of jail, which I don't believe that. Because Tupac said, did nobody put nothing on his books at all, period. He had nothing but Tony Danza and Madonna and Death Row. Before he even decided to go pick him up, Reggie Wright Jr. was ordered by Suge to drop $15,000 on Tupac's books, and they didn't even know he was going to sign Tupac. There was a Suge trying to send him something just in case he needed some money, all right? So if you were going to get the dude out of jail, the dude been in jail for 9 months, and you can't even buy him no noodles, all right, ramen noodles. The first thing you want to do is put something on his books. So when I hear people go, you know what, I was going to get Tupac out of jail, my first question would be like, okay, since you put that in the book, why didn't you put something on his books so he can stay healthy enough so you can get him out of jail?
Facts. Now here's another thing, right? What kills me is when I hear other people say, okay, well, Reggie Wright Jr. only came to Death Row in 1995, and he only knew Tupac from 1990. Reggie Wright came to Death Row in 94, only knew Tupac from 95 till he died, so he didn't know that much about Tupac. Okay, but here's the key words. Reggie Wright Jr. was around Tupac from when he got to Death Row, well, before he got to Death Row, to up to his demise with Death Row, right? And the same individual that says that, I'll hear him say, well, damn, I asked myself, well, how long did you know Tupac? When did you meet Tupac? How long did you hang around Tupac to even put the bullshit out that you putting out on Tupac? Now, Reggie knew Tupac, was around Tupac, may not have been around Tupac every day, but he was around him more than you have ever been around him. Reggie has not written one book, released one DVD on Tupac. But you didn't know Tupac wasn't around Tupac, and you done dropped 3 DVDs in a book. So really, I always wonder, what is his point for even saying that? Honestly.
Here's what I know. When you require Reggie Wright's services, Reggie Wright don't have to know you.
Right.
What you need to know is Reggie Wright can fulfill your service. Okay? So that was all Reggie Wright's job was, to fulfill a service, and he did that to the best of his ability.
Right.
The one thing, and this is my field that I work in security, I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself.
That's true.
I can't secure you if you don't want me to secure you. Okay?
Right.
And remember, Tupac didn't want Frank Alexander to get in that car either that night. Whether Frank had a gun or not, Frank made it his business to try and get in that car, and it wasn't Suge that turned Frank away. It was Pac that turned Frank away. So my point is, Reggie Wright Jr. fulfilled the service, as difficult as it was. None of those bodyguards even wanted to bodyguard Tupac. Or for some reason, only Kevin Hackie got along with him. And was Kevin Hackie sent there to get along with him? Was Kevin Hackie a part of a bigger plan? Kevin, we won't put you at Death Row because we're going to move Tupac to Death Row.
Right.
How you going to do that? Tupac is in New York. Don't worry about it. We're going to send him to Death Row Records. And, okay, so Tupac gets there. Who's the first person he run into? Kevin Hackie.
Right.
Who's Kevin Hackie? Undercover agent. Who's the only person who enjoyed bodyguarding Tupac? Kevin Hackie. Frank didn't even enjoy it. Frank didn't enjoy it. Michael Moore told you he didn't like Tupac. Michael Moore was a Black Panther and a Blood. Michael Moore came into the Black Panther Party from Huey P. Newton in Oakland, California. Michael Moore is from Oakland. And he didn't like Tupac.
Wow.
Because, that's what I mean by red flag. She said, oh, why Michael Moore didn't like Tupac? Because he was, I guess, a juvenile delinquent is what Michael Moore, people say. He was so much of a juvenile delinquent that Michael Moore thought he didn't represent the Black Panther Party in a manner in which he could have. And that put friction between him and Michael Moore. So only Kevin Hackie liked it, but you can rely on Al Gittins. There's a lot about Al Gittins. There's a lot about Michael Moore. Those are basically the only three guys who've been Tupac and two guys anyway. I know Al Gittins and Michael Moore been good, but I have to question Kevin Hackie's motives because something don't smell right.
Now,
there's something not right with this Kevin Hackie thing.
Right. I mean, somebody said, I'm listening to you and I'm reading. The song that Tupac penned while he was in prison was "Ambitious as a Rider." That was what he penned. I believe that was the song he penned in prison. "Ambitious as a Rider." Right. That's somebody just asked that as a trivial question in the group. Okay. Wow. Okay. This is a lot of this shit is crazy.
It is. It is. You know, when you look at it, you know, from a literary point of view, and that's why I try to stay with a literary point of view. What's on paper, because you know what's on paper is on paper, and it's not something about a paper trail, man. It can lead you the right way, it can lead you the wrong way, but it's gonna lead you somewhere.
So basically, what you're saying, Tanique, is follow that goddamn money. Follow the money.
There you go. There you go.
Follow.
If you take a look at the situation, Suge Knight and nobody at death row, I bet didn't receive nothing with the death of Tupac. There's no extracurricular benefits. The guy can't even visit one family member right now in jail. What will he get by losing the biggest bargaining chip that he had? Nothing. What did Reggie Wright get by losing Tupac? Nothing. Look how the whole record company went out of business. Look how many jobs were lost because Tupac wasn't there. All of them.
Right.
Pretty much Snoop been bouncing around since he left Master P. I mean, is he with a record company? Who's gospel album come out with? I mean, I don't even know. You know, I heard that he was trying to sign with Bad Boy.
Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, Snoop. Yeah, I heard Snoop was just bouncing around. He was trying to get the fuck up out of there. He ain't even want to be on death row no more. I
heard he's gonna sign with Bad Boy now. I don't know. My whole point of saying is,
so you telling me that Snoop Dogg is talking about signing with Bad Boy Records?
Got to land with somebody. I mean, who you gonna land with?
Man,
you gonna do gospel music all his life? Gospel music, which is my field of what I work in, they don't pay money like the secular community. You'd be glad you get $5,000. I don't give you got the number one gospel song in the world. So you ain't making the money that you make as a secular entertainer.
Wow.
So he ain't gonna rap no gospel music and get no love offering. That's what they call it. We can't pay you for the Lord's gift. We're gonna give you a love offering.
Wow.
You're gonna be out that mansion in no time singing gospel music.
Wow, that's crazy.
But it is a good place to hide your dope in church dope money. But nevertheless,
we ain't gonna talk about that.
A lot of good dope money is hid in the church.
Hey, you better not say that shit. RJ will be all over this shit. Like, oh,
I'm sure he will. We don't give him no new ideas.
Oh,
no new book.
shit. Drug dealings is in the church. Oh, shit.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? I mean, you know, because they don't ask the church questions because they have these images of Joel Osteen's church. So I could go drop $1 million in the bank. They wouldn't say nothing.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
IRS don't check. IRS don't check. ATF don't check. This is the church's money with $1 million in it. No questions asked. I wouldn't recommend you to do it every week or every month like that. But a lot of good drug money is hitting the big church. It's laundered through.
That's what's up.
Remember The Godfather 3?
Who don't remember The Godfather 3? Everybody remembers The Godfather 3, especially one.
Well, then you should remember. Well, you should remember why they really came after that movie so hard, because they showed you that all of the mob, the real mob, the Italian mob, was hiding all of their money in the Vatican with the
Okay.
Pope.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so that's why when you get mobsters, you can't take anything they got because it belongs to the Catholic Church.
That makes a lot of sense.
RICO Act only basically applies to black people. You ain't never seen the RICO Act apply to nobody in New York when Rudy Giuliani was putting them in jail.
Wow.
They used the RICO Act on Pookie, but they didn't use the RICO Act on Sam Giancana. They didn't use the RICO Act on John Gotti. They got John Gotti, but they didn't get none of his money.
Wow, ladies
They
and
didn't get none of
gentlemen.
his houses.
No, they didn't. We got 21 likes and 2 thumbs down. Wow, that's a beautiful thing. We already know who the 2 haters are, but
That's RJ and Alex.
yeah, we love them anyway. We love them anyway.
But check it out. You ain't never seen the RICO Act used on none of the mobsters in New York. They all went to jail.
Yeah.
Sammy the Bull, all of them. None of them. We saw John Gotti's daughter. She was on the reality show.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
None of that stuff. None of the money that the mob made was ever RICO.
No doubt.
But yet, if you got an 8-ball, they will RICO everything you got, your mother got, your sister got, your cousin got. But you got an 8-ball, but it ain't never been used of anybody in real organized crime.
But now you know the statutes of limitation is up on a lot of that shit, and they can't fuck with them when the statute of limitations are up.
What you mean?
Like on drugs, like they can come in and say, okay, well this happened, like 20 years ago? 20 years ago? I think they go back all the pins like anywhere between like 15 years or something like that.
But not if you got arrested today.
Oh yeah.
If you got arrested today, everything that happened to you, everything you accumulated is up for grabs to the federal government.
Yeah, that's if you get arrested.
Let's take the difference between Harry O and Freeway Ricky Ross. There's one difference between Harry O and Freeway Ricky Ross. Freeway Ricky Ross was selling dope for the CIA. There's no question about it. Y'all can watch FX and look at Snowball.
Facts.
When that little black guy is playing Freeway Ricky Ross. That's Freeway Ricky Ross. That's who that character is based on. When he started selling crack in Los Angeles. All right? For the CIA. All right. Well, Ricky Ross went to jail. He lost everything. All his money, everything. Michael Harris made more money than Ricky Ross did. The guy who claimed that he gave $1.5 million to Suge Knight. Well, I was able to get $1.5 million because when he was selling cocaine, they didn't have no RICO Act. And so he went to jail with all that money and got to keep it.
Most definitely. I want to say, how you doing? One smile, one day. How you doing? Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. I see you in here. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tanique. You are the man. You the man on this shit, man. Some people not feeling you on this. You know who those people are, but we don't give a shit. We just, like
I said, it's in the paper. So as long as it's in the papers, I'm cool.
Most definitely, brother. Most definitely. These people they done created a monster, Tanique. They shouldn't have let you get started because you done got started on this shit for real.
Well, there's nothing like controversy.
Right.
And there's no bigger controversy than God, sex, drugs, and lies. When you mix all those together, you have the largest viewing audience in the whole world.
You're 100, and don't forget Tupac. You put Tupac in there. What up, Loaded Biscuit?
All of us are going to be in that category somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Tupac, Biggie, me, you. It's just a whole big melting pot of controversy. God, sex, drugs, money, and lies.
Oh, wait.
So you mentioned the Catholic Church. The audience don't grow, but it's true. The Godfather was based on the mob, the Godfather 3, hiding mob money in the Catholic Church. And it's true. You can name not one mobster that was ever RICO. Just name them. Don't get mad. Just tell me who was RICO.
Wow.
Nobody. But Rudy Giuliani put them all in prison. Rudy Giuliani destroyed the New York mob.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. That's his claim to fame, to a certain degree.
Yes, it is.
Now, what I want to know, why did he take those mansions that they had and limousines, those bank accounts, none of that stuff was ever RICO.
Mm.
But if we sell drugs on the corner, and
It's over with.
Our cars get taken immediately. We can't get them out of town. We get RICO. That shows you that they don't want us to have nothing.
Oh no, they don't. Most definitely.
Even though we're selling their drugs, and that's what we need to talk about. We need to talk about Freeway Ricky Ross and his journey out of his book.
Oh yeah. 100%. You're 100%.
He had a life. He had a life sentence.
Mm-hmm.
He got out of jail because they proved that he was selling drugs for the CIA. He was selling drugs for the CIA in Los Angeles. It was proven. He's free. He's out of jail because his case was proven. He wrote a book about it, did a tour, and y'all won't go out and read it, and y'all won't go out and listen to him. And they playing his movie. John Singleton did it on FX every Thursday night. I think it come on tonight. And you can watch Snowfall, and it show you how he got started.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Well, somebody just asked, okay, where's Lay and Gab? Okay, Lay and Gab, they're around. You know, everybody's out. We're doing our things. We, you know, me and Tanique, we work harder together. You know what I'm saying? We pull in and do what we do. And
they got kids.
Yeah.
Gab got kids and work too. The Gab at work.
Yeah, Gab work. He got kids. He can't be on this all the time like we are.
He got a family. He work.
Oh, most definitely. Oh, most definitely.
They work too, and he got kids. He got his hands full.
Oh yeah. Now you know I'm not taking over. This is just fun for me, man. I'm just having fun with it. I just do this shit, man, because other guys be mad that I'm doing it, and you know they mad at me because they want all the shit that I got and they ain't got it, and they take this shit serious, and I don't give a fuck about it, and I'm just doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do it. And let me rephrase that. When I say don't give a fuck about it, I do give a fuck about the family. I do give a fuck about what we do and how we do it. But you know, this just isn't my life. Like a lot of people make this their lives. I don't live off of this like certain other people. You know, we got other shit to do. So you know,
man.
We can't
all of us work and stuff like that. But we don't sit up and live off our wives' benefit.
Right.
And stuff. We work for a living.
Goddamn right.
At least I do. You do. I know Gavin do. I know Lay Legend do.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie retired. He was a police officer for a bunch of years.
Mm-hmm.
So we you know, he punched the clock for as long as he could. So you know, it's just the bottom line. You can't sit up and do this. That's why I load myself late at night because I have to go to work. Today I'm just off.
Right. So it's
doing
all
exactly
popping.
what you said I was doing.
That's right. Knee deep in some pussy and smoking a cigar. Tanique, you the man.
I promise you, man. The food is in the cup bigger because it's good for my health.
Let me ask you a question, Tanique. Do you be smoking on that cigar while you be getting some head, man?
Oh man, you know it. Be doing jumping jacks too. Ain't nothing like it. Flex your body and be doing jumping jacks.
Tanique, let me ask you a question, Tanique. You know I gotta ask this shit, Tanique. Have you got some YouTube pussy before yet? Have you got some pussy off of YouTube yet?
Man, I got the feds after me, and I got I can't even go fuck around in LA. They with that shoes going to put my ass in jail.
that ain't got nothing to do with me asking you.
No, man, because I can't trust nobody.
Okay.
With the way I come so hard. See, I got people reading, so they don't like me. They'll send, you know, Alex do that shit too. You know, have a bitch call you and stuff. You got to be careful. And you know, got too many people after me, man. So I would never do that. But I know where to get my pussy at. I'm cool.
You know how to get your pussy at. So Tanique, whenever I come into town, are you telling me you're gonna take me and get me laid, brother? Are you gonna hook me up?
Oh, well, I gotta take you, man.
Hey, shit,
I'm gonna play up with a passport.
I'm in your town, nigga. That's why you gotta.
I mean, it's gonna be already here waiting on you.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, I may need to be on the next thing smoking. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have her pick you up at the airport.
My nigga, this is what I'm talking about right here. Son, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking
man.
about.
I pick you up at the airport. And who are you? I'm the person that's gonna take care of you and make sure you comfortable.
Oh shit! Y'all hear this, people? Hey, I'm gonna hold Tanique to this shit. Goddamn it! I'm gonna hold him to this.
Definitely. That's why I gotta come visit Detroit.
Oh man, you come to Detroit, boy. Hey, you been here before. You already know. Oh, you already know how that Detroit pussy is,
Detroit,
boy.
Man. It is some beautiful, beautiful sisters in Detroit. I don't care what nobody says.
Man, let me tell you, these Detroit women, boy, they'll fuck you, feed you, and put you to sleep, nigga. Yes, sir.
Wow.
Man, you wake up getting head, baby. Go to sleep getting head.
I'm sorry. The ones in Miami got it.
The ones in Miami?
I'm gonna take you to Miami.
Oh shit! Nah, hey, them.
You should meet some of my friends. Then I'm gonna take you to Atlanta to my hangout spot at Onyx.
Now, them women in Atlanta, I got to put on at least 2 condoms with them because them
motherfuckers.
Oh, no,
we gonna go to Atlanta. We ain't gonna fuck with no women in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. We ain't gonna
fuck with. We're gonna fuck with women that fly international.
Oh, okay. That's what. Okay, all right, brother. Put me up on a
whole other level. No, we ain't been getting those STDs and shit like that.
Them dudes out there, a lot of 85% of them gay and shit. Yeah,
they're homosexuals. You're right, but we ain't gonna fuck with them either. See, when you down in those areas, you gotta know where you going.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You are who you hang with. So if you go into a place like, you gotta know where you going. If you go with a straight brother, you gotta go where straight brothers go. And that's how they pretty much get along in this part. If you gay, then you go where Alex go.
Oh, fuck
Alex
that.
go where gay people is.
Yeah, we don't want to go. I would want to go where he at just to see him and punch him in his fucking face one time and then bounce out.
They got some places down there, man. Okay, well, like the international dancers come in. They come in from all over, and they dancing, and it's just a beautiful thing. Man, they feed you breakfast when you wake up.
Man, them women in Florida, they got them big old basketball asses, boy. To be wee.
You set your beer on top of it, but I'm not talking real. I ain't talking that stuff that La Anthony gonna be talking about, all that glue and stuff in your booty. Who let you? I mean, I think the what they call it, the trailer to that. And I didn't know women were like doing something like that.
Hell no.
They got fixer flat. These people, I promise you, man, you watch your trailer. These people put fixer flat and stuff inside this thing, and they actually take holes in women's buttocks and shoot fixer flat and glue and stuff in the body, and the women are dying. Because young girls are thinking that this is the only way you can look nice and be beautiful, and they're really dying. When I seen that trailer, I said, I'm going to talk to the brotherhood about this because, I got a daughter. She's beautiful, but, I don't want her to ever be thinking nothing like that. That, she need to do this to make her, I don't want no guy to come around and, make her feel self-conscious or anything, because I was raised that I don't care what you are, you belong to God. So
there you go.
I'm secure in who I am. But I don't want her to ever feel like to make somebody happy, she got to go to one of these places and have this pumped up in her and fix her fat and glue. And these women are dying, man.
No, I'm with you on that. No, I go hang out in Florida, like you say, set my beer on top of the ass, and
That's
grab it
what I'm talking about.
Man.
Smoke you one of these cigars, you're gonna be addicted.
Oh shit! Now let me say this, Tanique. Now I'm gonna tell you the worst pussy in America to go to, and don't never go there and get the pussy. That would be Alabama. I'm gonna tell you why not to go to Alabama, man. I was in Alabama, man. And them fine ass women, they light years behind us, man. They behind us, man. I would see these fine ass women and was getting ready to take one back and knock her off, man. This bitch had on some granny panties, and I'm like, bitch, you got this motherfucking tight ass suit on, you got some granny panties on. And then I found out that's how all of them is. They don't know nothing about, a lot of them don't know nothing about the Victoria pink panties and all that shit. And I'm like, man, hell no.
And it's so rough, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the roughest women. They're like soft and like, Bath and Body Works kind of woman. You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on, listen. Hold on 1 second. Don't hang up. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. What up, Doe Black? How you doing, man? This is we live on the 313 Live Show, live streaming right now on YouTube. What's up with you, brother? How you feeling?
Oh man, I'm just I'm kicking it, bro. I was just gonna call and talk to you about some real personal stuff, so I'll just call you later, though. But big shouts out to 313 Live Show and all that there and that there and this and this.
Hey, Doe. Now listen, I got a call. I got to put you on the spot on the air. Got to put you on the spot on the air right now, live with everybody. Cause I got Tanique on the other end. I got a call today from Danny. Right? Danny said, "I'm ready to come back to work. I'm ready for us to get back to doing what we was doing." What you feel about that, Dorian Black? What do you feel about that, Dorian Black?
You know, I'm only, like I always say, man, I'm just to bring the comedy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you lead that shit, bro.
No. You gotta bring. You gotta bring more than the comedy.
Feel, man, like I say,
you gotta bring more.
That's my strong part, you know, because I got so much going on.
Right, but here's
She's
the thing.
She's a good fit. You like her. If she want to come, no problem. Whoever wants to be a part of the 313 Live Show, I welcome them there.
Listen.
I don't want nobody. Everybody should give it a shot. I think that we should have a guest mic open every week so somebody can come in and just get their shit together or just see how it feels to be on the air.
A guest mic spot. A guest mic spot.
Yeah, you know, because you got things doing, I got things doing, so it's always good to have some support, somebody that care about the show to keep that engine going.
Oh, you know what?
So cool. No problem.
The third season of the 313 Live Show, how do you feel about we get back in the lab, all of us Sunday? All of us this Sunday in the noon time and do what we do. Is this Sunday good for you, Doe Black, or should we push it back to another Sunday, next Sunday?
Yeah, that's what I say. Like after, we get done, I talk to you personally because that's going to determine my schedule on the next, what I'm going to be doing. So right now it's a no-go.
Okay, so we will talk off the air in about 20 minutes, and we'll go from there. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all hear him. Dorian Black is right here, 313. Y'all been asking about him. He's right here on the phone right now. You want to say anything to the audience, Doe?
Hey, keep supporting the 313 Live Show and me and that guy Real and Danny Ave and everybody else, man. We just trying to make it bigger each year, and without you guys, we wouldn't be doing this shit. So thank you, and peace out, two fingers. Doe Black love you. Don't nobody else do. Me and God.
Hey, yo, I need you. I'm gonna get your jersey. I'm gonna get you a jersey because we got 313 Live Show jerseys coming. I found the jersey, man, and we'll talk. Like I said, we'll talk off air, and because these jerseys are gonna be hot, baby, and we'll talk off the air.
Right.
All right, back.
All right, bet.
I bet. Yo, Tanique, we back, man. You got me thinking about all this Miami shit. Player with a passport now. I'm on with this shit, nigga. This the side of Tanique. Goddamn right, we still live. This is.
Okay, I don't want to say anything. Get us in trouble now.
No, we gonna chill out, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't gonna talk about the player with a passport shit no more. Tanique, let me ask you a question. When you first got noticed from just somebody walked up to you and knew who you were from YouTube, where were you and how did it make you feel?
That's a little unfair because people knew me from TV already. So I tried the Hollywood thing and tried to get off in the music industry. I've been in the music industry for years. So a lot of people just followed me from television who knew me when I shot television and was trying to make my way and make those rounds and pay some sort of price to get off in that industry. So a lot of people knew who I was, at that time. But the first time I got noticed on YouTube was I was in a barbershop. And they were actually playing. This is what messed up. Okay, I'm going to go. I told Gab this and I told Lady Legend this. I was in a barbershop and a dude came in selling stuff about Tupac. And people didn't really want it, but they went ahead and bought it anyway.
Right.
And it was a YouTube compilation. And there was me, Gab, and Lay Legend.
Wow.
It's one of those videos where I happen to show my face, and dude's looking like, man, ain't that you?
That's crazy.
I'm like, yeah, man, it's me. Oh, we got a nigga sitting in the chair. And, you know, it was weird, but I was looking at me, Gab, and Lay Legend on a DVD a guy was selling. So I'm like, damn, they actually sell it. They actually copy our work, and they put it on DVD compilations, and they sell them around the country. I saw Gavin Sam, Lay Legend, and me on the TV screen at the barbershop.
That's what's up. Wherever I see my logo at, because you know it's copywritten and everything. Wherever I see my logo at, and then nobody get my permission, I don't give a fuck if it's in the video or whatever. Nigga, I strike that shit, and I'm getting paid for it because it's I'm a brand. So I've seen.
No, see what they do is they take it off YouTube.
Oh yeah,
and they make compilation DVDs.
Oh okay.
And they sell it in the street.
That's crazy.
They make a living off us.
Wow.
Without sharing with us. When I talked to the guy, he said he don't know where he gets these at. He just buy them at a low discounted rate. They put a fancy little cover on there, and then they have various of people's opinion. They had me back when I used to shoot videos in my car and stuff. Okay. They had Lay Legend on there. Tupac was alive. Okay. They had Gab bringing common sense to it. So I didn't really know who these guys was at that time.
Oh, okay.
And so when Lay Legend reached out to me, I told him, man, you know, we know somebody's DVD. I seen it at the barbershop.
Wow.
So it was pretty icky. And that's why I keep saying that, you know, we need to do something legitimately because these people are using our work illegitimately.
Well, shit,
They're recording this.
Shit, I got a 4K. I got a 4K camera, nigga. I got all the lights. I got green screens, white screens, black screens, and blue screens, nigga. Is whatever.
They're recording this while we talking. These people who do this for a living, like hack DVDs and stuff, they're recording this while we're talking. They're going to edit what parts they want and what parts that they don't want. And somewhere in the world, the 313 Live show is playing in somebody's DVD player without your permission.
They better not let me find that shit, goddammit.
How you gonna track it down? You can't track down the guy who's selling it.
Nah,
that's what Pac did in New York.
I'm gonna do like Jay Prince. I'm gonna put together a team, nigga, and have them in every motherfucking state, nigga. If you catch my shit somewhere being sold, bootlegged, whatever, goddammit, it's on the pop.
Somewhere in the world, you playing on somebody's TV, especially when you get to places like Europe and Africa. Because the YouTube try and ban us from talking to these other countries now. If you notice these,
that's why I got to get back into my podcasting because I get so many emails from other podcasters because I've been doing this YouTube shit and I was just trying to merge all my podcast audience over to YouTube, and then I found out that YouTube isn't in every fucking country. It isn't.
It is, but they banned us.
Okay,
any show that, remember, I mean, us, I'm not being racist, but any show that deals with consciousness, deals with crooked cops, deals with current minority affairs, deal with self-help, you're censored by YouTube.
Yeah, because I know a couple people in other countries, they was like, we can't find you on YouTube. You're not on YouTube, and we don't have it. It's like, I'm like,
because my friends in London now are having trouble. They wasn't having trouble. They're having trouble getting to me, having trouble getting to Gab, and they said they can't get it. They can't. They type in the names, it won't come up in the browser. It's like that girl we got to talk about. Her name is Nina, who writing this bullshit about death row. Didn't work at death row for 3 weeks. She only sells her book in the UK.
Right.
So if you don't type in UK in the browser on Amazon, you'll never know she's writing this stuff. Death row had her kidnapped and some dude named Calhoun and shit. Wow. And none of that shit is true, but she did work there 3 weeks and painted a huge story. He got a couple of best-selling books too.
Wow, that's some crazy shit.
Yeah, we got to talk about it. That's why I introduced you to her yesterday.
Yes, you did.
And we got to talk about her and her sensational claims. that she made after only a 3 week. She was called from a temporary agency to work at death row for about 3 weeks, and then wrote 5 books on death row. I mean, she's worse. She works on Snoop Dogg than Controversy Radio. Snoop Dogg killed.
Yeah, and she also don't like a certain person either. Can't stand a certain person. Don't want.
You saw it for yourself.
Don't want no dealings with him and can't stand him. Can't stand his guts. I don't know what he did to her, but she can't stand that nigga. She don't like him.
You got to ask yourself a question. How did she? Because when she worked at death row, how did she come into the knowledge of that person while she was at death row? Had that person been stalking death row that long?
Well, I mean, it kind of make good sense. That's a great question. How did she?
Do you feel me?
Right.
Do you feel me, dude?
Yeah. Has he been doing this shit that long?
That long. Has he been sitting out there? And that would mean this guy may have been trying to impress the FBI and prove like he knew something or that he had some insight into the urban community. Because you can see the urban community has kicked this guy out completely. So his entry to the urban community was you, me, and some other people. But you're a little bit more urban than I am. So you figure, okay, you got him in there. You got him in with all the game bangers and everything. That's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to take him across the country and make him, you were supposed to be his Mob James. I've actually heard this for sure. See, you see how Greg Kading had Mob James? And it gave Greg Kading some authenticity.
Right.
And so therefore, Cat said, okay, well, if Mob was there with the Pyru, then I'll at least get this guy here. And that's what he was looking for from you. He was looking for you to get him approved in Detroit, get him approved in Chicago, to get him approved. And I guess you was too smart.
Yeah.
You were too smart. You didn't do it.
Nah.
That's what you were supposed to do. They come to the urban areas and asking us to do them favors. But I don't know why people don't get mad. You know, I got white YouTuber friends with 1 million subs. Why don't they ask some of them to try and sell their documentation?
That's a great question, Tanique. Was it that they don't want to fuck with them from the past when they was trying to reach out to them and they was shunning them and not wanting to be bothered with them because they thought that they were better than them? That could be a problem.
Well, it could be, but I think if it ain't John F. Kennedy and if it ain't John Lennon, some white people ain't gonna care. So if you're trying to sell Tupac and Biggie, who do you come to?
You're right.
So he needed to get somebody with some street. He talked about felons, but he needed a felon.
Most definitely.
He needed a felon. He sought you out. You didn't seek him out. He needed your street cred to try and get you to help him get over our community.
Now, you know what? And I'm gonna say in his defense, you know, I did seek him out for an interview. I did that, and that was that. But as far as everything else that came along after that, you know, I wasn't really feeling a lot of that shit. He did give some content, but a lot of that shit he was trying to push on me, I wasn't really feeling that like that. Little half-dead shit, I wasn't with it. I wasn't with it. You saw, Tanique, we wasn't even on terms. And you saw I never touched that little half-dead theory. You seen that the people were asking me my take on it. And you and everybody else have already gave your opinions that you thought it was bullshit. You were one of the first people that ran to the front line with it and said, this is some bullshit, people. So people was coming to me and asking me about it, and I never spoke on it. And then a couple people was like, you know what, Real, you got to speak on this. And one night I just did my video and said, hey, I don't agree with that. You know, I really don't agree with it. It wasn't shitting on them or nothing. I'm just saying I didn't agree with it. It just didn't make sense.
I don't remember, but I was one of your first subs.
Yeah, I remember. I remember. Yeah, we chopped it up.
We hit it off then. We were getting along cool until that guy got in the way. He tried to get in the way of everybody.
Yeah.
But they tried to come between us. People don't know this. See, people think we just now started talking and stuff.
No,
they don't know that we were cool until this guy got involved.
Yeah, we were. And like, because we were in the few, the day oneers who know from the rip They know that me and you was cool and we was subscribed. We was subscribed to each other like we back and subscribed not to each other. But
yep, it was that guy, man. He
right.
came in between us.
Right.
You know?
Now you gotta look at it. And I ask everybody this, right? Why is it that everybody that guy hooks up with don't fuck with him no more? The ones they didn't fuck with him, like Russ Poole, Frank, Michael Moore,
Carlin.
Michael Carlin, don't fuck with him no more. The distributors don't fuck with him no more.
Because he's a liar. He's a con man. He won't pay his bills. He's greedy. And one thing I said about Greg Kading is, let me tell you something. I knew Greg Kading before I knew all of them.
Right.
I knew Kathy Scott before I knew all of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've been following this stuff since Kathy Scott's book, The Killing of Tupac. Now, that's how long I've been involved with this.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Kathy Scott were friends on Facebook. We were good friends. I learned a lot from Kathy Scott. But she pissed me off one day when she started an argument with me over that Tupac picture that I ain't got nothing to do with.
Right.
I put an article on my Facebook page. When I put the article on my Facebook page, that picture that Leonard Jeffries took came up on my page. And she started arguing, talking about using that picture. I said, that's not my damn article.
Right.
I didn't put that there. I put the article there. That picture was on the article. And that's how we actually fell out. But she introduced me to Greg Kading before his book even came out. And he was nice. He talked to me. We didn't have to agree. And things were cool. It wasn't until R.J. Bond got involved that, that this whole thing took another turn. And I wasn't even trying to have bad feelings with anybody. I was trying to learn. Because, Kading was a cop. I'll admit that. He was a cop. So he knows things. He knows more than he's telling you. Right. He knows some stuff he's not even putting in that book. Let's deal with the fact that he was on an FBI task force.
Right.
As for a brief period of time, he was a real FBI agent.
Facts.
On that task force.
Most
Do
definitely.
you think that the FBI is going to let him put the information out that he really knows? No.
Hell no.
Because he was exactly. So I was trying to learn, but it was RJ that had a problem. RJ's single purpose was to try and come and discredit Greg Kading at all costs. That's how he approached me.
Yeah.
He didn't like Greg Kading. He don't like Mike Dorsey. And his single purpose was to attack them at all costs. And I'm like, this guy don't even know that I'm friends with this guy on Facebook.
Right.
He never did nothing to me. I ain't making no money off these people. People thinking all these lies, we making money off Tupac. Let me tell you something. People, family, y'all listening to me. These guys and late legends have pushed Tupac this year to where I can prove that we probably have earned $30 million for Tupac estate. They ain't gave me a damn dime.
Wow.
Because we keep his name alive. And as long as he's alive, your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren are going to download his music. The reason these other artists got to shoot themselves and shit to get fame, because they can't surpass Tupac. And they can't surpass Tupac, as long as Gab, me, the late legends alive, and Real's alive, because we have combined probably 400,000 subs, and their children and grandchildren. And so these people got to come out on IG, shoot themselves, make the news just to sell a record. And Tupac selling 1 million copies a day because of us. And not one dime of that money is coming to me. Now, if somebody who wants to put a commercial on my page wants to give me 5 cents, because that's all you get. If you get, for every 1,000 views, you get 5 cents. So that's all you get. For every 1,000 views, you get 5 cents. If they want to give me 5 cents and a nickel, then I'll take that nickel. It didn't come from Tupac. It came from raviolis or spaghetti or advanced auto parts. It didn't come from Tupac. They got 30 million. I'm only getting a nickel. 1 nickel. Out of every 1,000 views. Full length views.
Wow.
People don't understand. Then when I say full length, you gotta watch a whole video. And most people's attention span ain't that long.
No, it's not. You're right. Wow, brother.
That's why clickbaiters are the smartest people in the whole world. Clickbaiters are smart. Like when you did that clickbait, man, I laughed so hard, some of you go confess. I laughed. Look, I bet you any amount of money that's the biggest video you ever had. People thought you were going to say Tupac was alive.
You know what? It was one of them. They was coming in left and right. It was people mad behind that shit too. Oh, Real, you ain't shit. Fuck you, Real. And
that's a clickbait video. That's how you make money. You make money by doing. If you want to really make money on YouTube, you do it by making about a minute or less video, 2 minutes or less video, and when people click on it, you're getting paid for the amount of clicks.
Mm-hmm.
So you do a video. You say, you know what? I got a confession. I now believe Tupac is alive. You're going to get 100,000 people to tune in to the 313 Live show, and that's all you said. There's nothing else coming behind it. You get paid for the clicks. So now you just made yourself $100 for lying to people.
Wow. Crazy.
Anybody who's going to do a 10-minute video, 11-minute video, 2-hour, 3-hour podcast, you know people ain't going to hang with us. People going to leave. People going to come in. You're not making no money. You got to have a job.
Oh, most definitely. Facts. You got to.
Look at these people. Yeah, I want you to contribute to my PayPal so I can get me some audio equipment like Real.
Well, that real shit. That's what's up. You gotta have it.
That was a beautiful microphone, man. I gotta get me one of them.
That's right. Yes. Get the investors to invest. They will invest, baby. Investors will invest.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You turn. What they really hate about you is that you're doing it right now. Talking to people. You got a great setup, man.
Oh yeah. Some other people want to start. Some other people want to start doing call-ins and shit now. I'm not gonna take. I can't take the credit. Tommy Stoudemire, he started that shit, but then I said I'm gonna take it and run it another way. And now you know other people talking about setting up and taking in phone calls and shit from their audience, you know. But that's cool.
Yeah, but the difference is what you do is you call in legitimate people. You run a huge risk of calling in and having a knucklehead call in. You got to cut them off in a certain amount of time. Somebody else is working that board who's going to cut them off. But you calling in Gene Deal or Reggie Wright, you calling in somebody credible. That's a whole nother ball game. You're on a Howard Stern level.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to get it there. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming. It is
Just
coming.
tell your idea to Sirius Radio. Tell it.
Yeah.
Take what you got now and tell them to do what your own, show.
No,
on Sirius XM.
We have to probably get it there. The 313 Live show on Sirius
All you need is
XM.
investors.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to look into that shit, Tanique. God damn,
man. Check it there. That's why I keep saying, man, we need to go ahead and do this legitimately while we still got the knowledge and stuff.
You know what, we're going to have a meeting, Tanique. We're going to have to sit down and have us a meeting.
I'm trying. I'm telling everybody, talk is cheap. Let's do this.
Yeah, most definitely make some shit happen. We need to sit down, talk, and possibly just see where we can take this to a next level. Get the ultrasound dude in here and bring him in and let him come in and invest some of his knowledge, and we all go from there and pop shit off, because I see major shit can pop out of this. Everybody got something to bring to the table. Everybody.
If I see you going to a barbershop and watch another DVD with all of us, Palm First, Lay Legend, Tommy Sotomayor, you, me, Cynthia G, M. Mitchell, I'm looking at all of us, man, on DVD compilations in barbershops. I'm like, that's Cynthia G. That's Tariq Nasheed. I'm like, oh, that's Palm First. They got Reggie Wright on there. Hey, I bet you Reggie Wright don't even know that hot show they did with Mob James and Whack 100 is one of the hottest DVDs on the street.
I believe it.
They don't think that people recorded that. That's what was recorded, man. People are selling that.
Oh, all day. Please believe it.
That was a good battle between Mob James and Whack 100. To me, that's probably the #1 video I've seen this year. Unedited.
Yes.
People got it unedited already. It's in the streets being played.
Yes.
So people understand how the West Coast worked back then. So it's a pretty powerful video at the ghetto barber shops.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yo, Tanique,
Okay,
we go ahead. Go
John
ahead.
and Reggie ain't making no money off of it.
No, they're not. No, we got to see what's going on with that. Yo, Tanique, we done been at this 1 hour 34 minutes, and my phone is about to die, brother. And I'm about to wrap
I'm
this
out.
up. And hey, we gonna talk a little bit later on, man, because me and you got some shit we gotta talk about business wise, man, for real.
No problem, man. I'm in there.
All right, baby.
313 Live family, one nation.
One nation, my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, before I end this, because we got low juice on the phone. Anybody want to call in and talk? Here, I'm going to type in the number. You can call in and talk. 313-355-2479. That's the number, ladies and gentlemen. 313-355-2479. You can call in to the hotline number and say what you need to say before we end this, because I'm about to end this in a hot second, ladies and gentlemen. I notice y'all daytime motherfuckers, y'all don't call in. The nighttime motherfuckers is the ones that do all the calling in and talk shit with us, man. Y'all, I'm gonna stop going on in the daytime like this. I'm gonna start going on nighttime only. That's it. Nighttime only. Please believe that. I am going to go on in the nighttime. Because the nighttime callers, they call. They fucks with us. All that good shit. Tanique scare y'all motherfuckers a history lesson. For real. It's beautiful. Oh, wait. What the hell is this? Something right here. Oh, there we go. No one was stupid. There we go.
Unknown caller.
Oh, somebody a Little Rock, Arkansas calling. Hold on here.
Call from
Caroline.
Caroline is
to
calling.
accept, press 1.
Hello, how you doing, caller? What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, my name's Caroline. I'm calling from South Carolina. How are you?
I'm fine, Caroline. What's going on with you?
I just wanted to say that I enjoy your program, and I really enjoyed seeing you and Tanique today. It was awesome.
Oh, that's beautiful, and we thank you for enjoying us. It was fun. Me and Tanique, we talk a lot off the phone. Off the show, we talk a lot on the phone. So we got to get together and make things happen. Myself and he, and the rest of the brothers.
I agree. That's what we got to do. We got to stick together. We got to have that unity. We don't have it, nothing's gonna get done.
No, you're 100% right. We got to have that unity. For real. So how long have you been watching the show? You knew? You've been here for a minute? Or what?
Probably, I'd say about 6 months.
Oh, 6 months? Did you hate me first or
Yeah.
you always loved me? Which one? Tell the truth, Shannon. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
It was a mixed reaction because of how you were so raw, but then I got used to it and I appreciate it. So I'll put it like that.
A lot of people hated me in the beginning, but I love that. I love that. That gets me off. I bust a nut on that, knowing that people hate me. I like that. For real, it does. It makes me.
You caught me by surprise because I listen to a few podcasters on YouTube and they're not raw like you.
No.
I give you props.
But it comes natural. It just comes natural, and we keep it. We keep it that way. So, how long you been in Arkansas?
Well, Arkansas, I mean
not Arkansas, but
about,
no. I mean, you're in Carolina, right? You're in Carolina.
I'm in South Carolina now. Okay. I did live in Arkansas previously. You were smart. You caught the area code.
Right. Okay. I used to get a lot of. I used to get a lot of pussy down in Arkansas back in the day. Lots of pussy in Arkansas. I used to get a lot of it. That was back in the day, though.
Okay. As far as South Carolina, I've been here for about 4 years. I moved here when my mother was sick, and unfortunately, she passed away. And I just decided to stay.
How you like it? You like it?
not bad, but I prefer where I originally was born and raised, and that's in Rhode Island. Now that's where home is.
That's where home is. Okay. What are your nationality? Black or white?
Black.
Black. Oh, you sound so proper and shit. Oh, I thought you was a white girl.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you gotta lose that shit. We raw over here. You gotta get fucking raw around here. What the fuck? You gotta cuss and shit, all that shit, trying to sound proper. What the fuck? How old are you?
That's just how I was. That's how I was raised up there. I can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm still loved there and a part of the family.
Well, you're part of the family. Damn it, you got to cuss around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said I was getting fresh with you. No, I'm not getting fresh. I didn't even crack on the pussy. So how am I getting fresh? Quit that education invention. I ain't even crack. But she's laughing like, hey, it's a possibility. So get it real.
I wanted to ask, do you do any other type of things besides the music as far as your podcast?
Yeah, me and Reggie, we talking about trying to do some like shows talking about pussy and shit. Why you talking about doing that or something?
No, I was just curious. I'm a big. Everyone's probably gonna laugh at me. I'm a big wrestling fan, and there are a lot of podcasts. There's a lot of podcasters out there. Roman Reigns haters and. It would be nice to see have someone be in his camp for once and talk the real truth about him. But
we're not gonna talk about wrestling over here. We're gonna talk everything. We're gonna talk about fucking over here before we talk about wrestling. No wrestling. We're just talking about fucking over here. That's it. Do you got a boyfriend?
No.
How old are you? You ain't gotta lie. What if you don't want to tell? You ain't gotta tell either. Just just say no comment. We'll ride with that.
I can tell you that I'm south of 30.
Okay. Cool.
I might be a little too old for you.
No, I don't fuck young women. I only fuck with older women. So why are you single?
I had a bad breakup with someone. It was a 10-year relationship, and I just kind of swore off men, and I don't trust them.
So
after what I went through with him,
did he cheat on you?
No, he didn't cheat on me. It was a bad situation. He was married.
He was married.
Okay. And he promised that he was going to get out of it, and
Reggie Wright
never did.
He never did. Okay, now he never got divorced, and he just was getting pussy from you. That was it. Tell the truth, shame the devil. There's no need to.
That's true. You're right.
Okay,
that's straight up truth.
Did you?
I can't lie.
Did you know he was married?
Yes, I did, and okay. I at first, in the beginning, I didn't.
Okay.
And then once I did, I was already invested in it, and I just went with it, and I love the guy.
So okay. Now let me ask you this. Okay, he was a married man. Were you giving him head? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Were you spitting or were you swallowing?
Swallowing.
You were swallowing. Oh, you're a swallower. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a swallower on the phone. Wow. 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 So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this now for real. Okay, you were the swallower. Okay, here now. What is it that maybe can I say that the wife's pussy may have been a little bit more better than yours because he didn't leave the wife for you? Could that have been it?
My personal opinion, I like to believe it was because of the kids.
Because of the kids. Okay. But so
Right.
now, let me ask you a question. Okay. How often were you giving him pussy?
Whenever he could get away from her.
And so was that once a week, twice a week,
Sometimes, I mean,
once a month? What?
yeah, well, sometimes it was once a week. Sometimes it could be twice a month or 3 times a month. I'll give you an example. At one point,
Mm-hmm.
I was living in New Hampshire,
Mm-hmm.
and he was still in Rhode Island, and he
Mhm.
was traveling to come get it from me. So
So
I don't know if that means anything, but he took the
mm,
journey.
so let me just say this, okay? What's up? The real Danny boy is in the house. How you doing, Danny boy? Thank you. I'll be the punk today, Danny boy. But anyway, okay. So he was traveling. Okay, now are you bald or bush? Bush or bald? Which one are you?
A semi-bush.
You said your bush. You just lost me. You just lost me.
Well, I have
I'm like,
I have a little, but I'm not like, it's not like a jungle.
I like the jungle. I like a bush. Fuck
Are
with
you
that.
like a bush?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, homie. Yes, homie.
See, I like clean shaven
That's it.
for a guy.
Well,
For a
okay,
guy.
okay, but I'm talking about you. You know, for the woman.
The woman.
Yeah.
Well, I was just giving my input
Oh, you giving your input
on
on that? Okay.
what I like.
Oh, you giving your input on what you like. Okay. Wow. Oh, they just lost me. I knew
Yeah.
that wasn't the real Danny boy right there. Real Danny boy wouldn't talk to me like that, God damn it. So we know that this ain't the real Danny boy. If it was, he got my motherfucking phone number, and this ain't Danny boy. So get the fuck out of here. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm a real fan. A real follower, real fan.
Okay. So you're a real follower, a real fan. Okay. So just, just say if I was in the neighborhood, one night, would you let me slide through?
Yeah, let you slide through.
Would you give me some head?
Not right off the bat.
Well, then why would I slide through then?
Well, what? When you want to come see me?
Some head was involved, yeah.
Oh, I see how it works. I see how it works. I see just how it works.
Oh my.
I might have been a side chick, but not that easy.
But hold on now. But you were playing. If you're playing the side chick role, why you supposed to do what you're supposed to do, right or wrong?
Right, but I was a side chick with the impression that I was going to become the main chick.
Okay, well I would give you. Okay, well I'm telling you, you would be the main one. So would you just go on and give it to me?
Mhm.
You would?
I'm here.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So I'm telling you, you're gonna be the main one. You would give it to me, right?
If we were together, the main one, yeah.
Okay, I'm telling you, I'm just saying we together, and I want to slide through and get that. Would you let me slide through if I was in North Carolina? Or like, just say right now, I was in North Carolina right now, and I'm telling you, you the one, you the woman, you my woman, everything. Okay, I want to slide through and get some cap. Would you let me slide through and get the cap?
No, not that easy.
Yes, it is. Quit lying.
No.
Quit.
No.
So you telling me?
No, you gotta put a little bit more work into it, brother.
Okay, so I came through. I took you to dinner and a movie, and we was hanging out all day, and then you was just sitting down. I stood up and whipped him out and just put him in your face. You would go to work.
I would just look at you and just say, "What are you doing?"
Quit lying. Quit lying. Just because just because you live on air, that does not mean you have to lie. I mean, these people don't know you, goddamn it. They don't even know your screen name. You don't have to lie for them. Be yourself. Be yourself.
I'm being serious. You got to work at it, dude. Come on.
You know what Tony Cole just said? Tony Cole just said if you were here, well, I would give you some head. That's what Tony Cole just said. And she lives in a whole other one of my people that's on here.
Oh.
so
you gotta give. Oh, I see it now.
She would give it. She would do it. Now, see, now you telling me you gonna let this white girl Tony just beat you to the punch like that? You're not gonna do that, are you? Are you really gonna do that?
But if someone's that good, they're worth waiting for.
You know, this is 2018, right? This ain't 1950 something no more, right?
No, I know that. But on the first time,
of course.
What are you gonna give me?
Shit, I'm gonna give you a mouthful of nut.
Besides that.
I mean, what else would you want?
That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, I'm asking
you.
You.
Got something in it for me.
What's in it for you? What would you want to be in it for you? What would you want to be in it for you?
Let me be a co-host on your show for a week.
That's all it takes. Okay, no problem. No problem. No problem. That's all it takes. Done deal. Done deal. Just to be a co-host on the show. And what would you talk about as being the co-host?
Well, we have to make it what I want to talk about, and I told you it's wrestling.
Okay, well, if you would be sitting here half nude, then yes, you could talk about wrestling.
We have to talk about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to be about Roman Reigns, and it has to be all people that like Roman Reigns. Any haters get blocked.
Okay, the haters will get blocked. I feel you on that. It's a guy in here just said that he would. Shavante Clark, real? I want to. No, bro, I don't swing that way. Wrong guy. Let me put you on timeout for even coming at me like that. Put your ass in timeout because you don't. Matter of fact, let's just hide you all together because I don't do that fuck shit. I don't ride with no man. No, that's a no. Don't do that, brother. I'm sorry. No. I don't fuck around that way. I
understand.
Okay, so okay.
That's right. I'm strictly dickly.
Okay, so have a chick ever ate your bush before?
Have I what?
Have a chick ever ate your bush before?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever ate a chick's bush before?
No.
Okay.
No.
Have a chick ever rubbed your bush before? Rub? You just like rubbed it, just touched it?
You can maybe play a little.
You just play a little. So, doesn't that make you curious that if a chick does that? Yes, no, maybe. I mean, what?
Does it make me cheery?
Curious. You know.
Curious.
Yes, by curious to eat.
It sparks a thought.
It
sparks a lot of thought.
Wow. Okay here. So, I'm lost. You was one of the livest callers in here today. Wow. Okay.
Well, I was calling just to say that I love your show, and I'm glad that you and Tanique are back together. I like Tanique. I don't necessarily agree with him about Tupac being alive, but I roll with him and listen to him, and I'm glad that you guys squashed it, and
thank you. Real men
made
shit.
it right.
That's what real men do. Can I ask you a question? and you do a favor.
Yeah.
Take one for. Would you take one for the team? Because you are a part of the 313 Live Show family. So would you take one for the team?
What am I going to take for the team?
You're gonna send a picture over.
Send a picture of me?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Just for me. Just send it. Go ahead. Take one for the team and send a picture.
What kind of picture do you want?
Whichever one you want to send. I'm gonna let you be the judge.
Let's put it this way. I have to think on that. Real. I like you a lot.
Don't think about it.
That picture sending stuff. I don't know. People in trouble.
That's not gonna get you in trouble. You just send it to me. I mean, how's it gonna get you in trouble? It's not gonna go online. So what are you saying?
Well, what happens is, you decide that you don't want me anymore in the family, and then all of a sudden,
why would I not want you in the family? For you.
Well, I don't know.
You've been in the family 6 months, so you're planted. You're cemented in the family. I don't kick the family out. I don't kick you out of the family. You kick yourself out the family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you respect me, I respect you. If you disrespect me, I disrespect you. Anybody who got kicked out the family, they disrespect me
I know
first.
that about you.
Right.
I know that for sure.
Most definitely. So listen. Go ahead, hang up, and send that picture over right now. Go ahead.
I can't make promises. I can't make any promise.
Think about it. Think long and hard.
Don't hate me.
I'm not. Just think about it, though. Just think about it.
I'll think about it.
All right, now.
Just don't hate me.
Oh, never that. Never that. Never. You family. Okay.
But it's fun talking to you. It's so awesome. I can't even believe it got through.
Well, yeah. I mean, I put some of my people through when I get them through.
Well, I'm glad you got through today. It was fun talking to you. It was really interesting talking to you.
Oh, because it's interesting listening to me. So where are we going with that? We're just watching me. All of that. Come on now.
I'm just saying it was interesting talking to you. Because most people online, like podcasters, they're really not what they seem to be if you do get through. Well, they rush off the phone, or they don't care what you really have to say.
Well, I never do my family like that. I talk to all of my family. I let them all vent and speak, say what's on their mind.
Well, I can say this. I am in such a way, I don't know.
You like me.
If I'd be good for you right now.
Why?
Because, well, I am going through therapy.
Okay.
Because I lost both my parents.
Okay, I feel you. That's no problem. And we support you through that. The family, we support you through that. We're sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
We support you.
Thank you.
I support you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because I'm an only child, so I feel like I'm alone in the world.
Well, you got you got a open line of communication. You can call, and I'll put you in contact with the other brothers, and you can talk to Reggie, you can talk to Tanique. I'll make sure you all of us available to be able to talk to.
Really?
You. Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Now you got to work. You got to do something for that. Now you got to do something. Okay, shit ain't easy now. Shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
The shit ain't easy.
Right.
The shit ain't easy.
You're right.
The shit ain't easy. Now that's a $1 million package right there I just gave you. You get me, Tanique, Reggie Wright Jr., Lay Legend, shit, Gab, Sam, Art of Dialogue, Bomb First. We giving you getting everybody. Come on now.
So it's on me.
It's on you. It's on you.
That's right. And you said you'd give me the time, so
I'm going to give you
I'll
the
think
time.
about it.
Yep, you got 20 minutes to think about it, goddammit.
20 minutes.
20 minutes to think about it, goddammit.
Nah, it
20
doesn't work
minutes.
that way, bro.
20 minutes, that's a long goddamn time. I only give 5 minutes, but you got 20 minutes. You got an extra 15 minutes, goddammit. All right.
I was gonna say next time I call in, I could give you the answer, but you put me on the spot right now.
Yeah, you getting the spot right now. What the hell? Come on, this is a 313 live show. We don't play we orchestrate shit. We about that shit for real. Come on now.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
I just don't feel comfortable with the picture.
Well, just think
about me.
Think about me. Think about me.
True. Because you would be giving up a lot.
Yeah, think about me now. Think about me.
You would be giving up a lot.
Yeah.
And I would have to give up something.
You goddamn right. You goddamn motherfucking right. This ain't no joke.
That's how the game works.
That's how the game works.
I'm sorry to say I have to pass.
Ain't nothing wrong with having to pass. And we still love you and still respect you and you still in the family.
Well, thank you. So I can call in, you take my call, I call in again?
Hell yeah, you family. Quit bullshitting now.
All right, I'm going to hold you to that.
You hold me to that, goddammit. Hold me to it.
Because sometimes when negotiations don't go quite right,
well, I'm not
I might
a bully.
That busy signal.
I'm not a bully. You gonna get through to the 313 live show. You gonna get through.
Okay.
All right now.
I'll be glad to get through.
Okay, and what's your name? And what's your name again?
Caroline.
Caroline. Okay, Miss Sweet Caroline. Sweet
Aww.
Caroline.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that a few times in my day.
Oh boy. Somebody told me to send you a penis picture, and she may send you. Tony, yours is so. Tony is a freak. Tony is a freak, and she just be on here just going crazy. She is a freak. Tony is a freak for real. I don't know what to say about that, but she's a freak. Okay, sweet Caroline. I will talk to you in a moment. Okay, thank you for calling in.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You too.
Bye.
Bye. I told y'all this is how we do it on the 313 live show. We don't play. Let's see, a caller called in. We missed a call. So who is this? I'm gonna call him back.
You have reached the voicemail box of 9.
Okay, we gonna get them back on the line. Let's get them back on. Okay. Ooh. I love you. I'm gonna see here. Bam. Call this nigga. I'm assuming it's a nigga. We finna find out. Y'all ain't got a 313.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Someone just called the 313 live show. You're live on the air.
Oh, it's me, Jeffrey Golson. I was just showing some love, just saying what's up.
Hey, what up, brother? How you feeling? You know, I had a 313 live show going at the dark going on right early part of the day.
Oh, okay. What time does that start?
We just did it. You wasn't watching? You wasn't listening?
No, I jumped off.
Go back and rewind to about 30 minutes, and you will see. Go back and you will see. Just go back and you'll see, brother. Just thanks for calling. Let me get Reg on the phone because he called too. I'm gonna call you right back. All right, fam. Thanks. Yeah, all right. Let's get Reggie on the phone because Reggie did call in. Reg, I'm sorry, man. I had something cooking on the other end, so I'm sorry, Reg. So you gotta get you up in here, Reg. Let's get you up in here. Where Reg at? There we go. Reggie, gotcha. Sweet Caroline. Sweet. I made her famous. Yeah, she's famous.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has...
Well, Reggie called back. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm about to wrap this shit up. If y'all want a 313 live show after dark, goddammit, call me and I give you one. I will make it happen. Peace and love, family. I'm out of here. I got 2 hours of some good shit. Peace and love.